to you. Welcome to another segment. Today's episode is focused on exchange between Mr. Davidson and NASA. I won't be presenting the right side or the wrong side because there is none. I want to disclose to you that this, whatever I am presenting to you, is not a trash talk, taking sides on either side. I am simply presenting my own opinion. I am providing you my own insight into the universal principles that are involved here. Please watch this video to the end, because on the end I am providing my own opinion, my own conclusion.
Good evening, folks. After the entire NASA climate team took a shellacking the last time we went head-to-head, you'd think these guys would avoid me like the plague. But no. I didn't even know Climate Feedback had posted this article about me this past summer because it's a website I don't check. It's a propaganda garbage can. But someone sent it to me recently, so I figured, sure, I'll respond. The article was written by Katie Valentine and sourced by two so-called experts, George and Ian. It is my pleasure to intellectually obliterate their narrative here for you today. Their article stems from my challenge to find a climate paper that blames humans for global warming while also accounting for solar particle forcing, cosmic rays, the global electric circuit, and Earth's weakening magnetic field, because I know for a fact there isn't one.
Before I talk about this video, I want those viewers that don't know who Mr. Davidson is to give a little bit feedback. So Mr. Ben Davidson is a theoretical scientist in the field of astrophysics, astronomy, cosmology. He is not experimental scientist. He relies on data and findings from other scientists. His opponents in this case are people from NASA. NASA is a government institution that works with many scientists in many fields, from psychology all the way to rocket science. This institution is arising from old school astronomy, astrology. The process to being established as NASA took many centuries, and at this point NASA is working with their own scientists, which are government paid, and private sector, independent research, which sometimes does not share their findings publicly. So those are those two components which are budding together. Mr. Davidson challenged the scientific community to provide him with any evidence that climate change is a human activity, is caused by human activity. He's proposing that all those changes are caused by the sun. In our modern science, certain scientific methods that were used long time ago, 2,000-3,000 years ago, are no longer part of that scientific exploration. Because if they were, there wouldn't be a statement like the sun is controlling our weather. No, sun is not controlling absolutely anything. Never did and never ever will. Wow. So now you deserve some explanation. Because you may say that, you are crazy. There is evidence that sun does control that. No, it does not. It's simply in any weather changes, in any magnetic storms, in any geomagnetic storms, in any volcanic activity, sun is only providing the necessary elements, the necessary forces to unfold those changes, but it's not controlling them. In other words, if there is a sudden strange weather pattern changing, according to Mr. Davidson, it is controlled by the sun. It is not. The control is somewhere else. The sun is only participating in the process of the pattern that is unfolding. If there is a anticipated earthquake and or volcanic activity, same story. It's not the sun that is controlling that. However, the sun is sending signals that something like that may happen, and then is participating in the process of unfolding the volcanic activity and or earthquakes, but is not controlling them. The controlling part of our weather, geomagnetic storms and or volcanic activity and earthquakes are being controlled by something else. I will get to it some other time. What I have just said needs in-depth analysis and explanations, which I am not going to do right now. I am simply trying to use those two segments to show you something, to kind of make you be aware what might unfold from those interactions. Let's face it, imagine that there are two locomotives standing on the same track. This locomotive on this side wants to go that way, and this locomotive on this side wants to go that way. When they start the engine at the same time and start pushing it against each other, how far will they go? They will not go anywhere. They can exhaust all the fuel and they are going to be still in the same spot. So this exchange is not doing any good for either side. There are better ways, smarter ways of presenting new findings.
I don't like a lot of the ways that the world is going today, but it actually hit me. YouTube, you guys are a terrorist organization. Through fear of consequences, you are compelling my actions. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to fall prey to that. I do not negotiate with terrorists. And I feel
very strong words, really very strong words. It happened to me a few times that my comments were not published. Many comments on my YouTube were not showing either. I had trouble with YouTube as well with two videos. I had problem with Facebook with one of them. My situation. I learned from that. I changed my approach. Now I'm not going to go into details what is between Mr. Davidson and YouTube. That's up to them. However, I would handle the situation a little bit differently, because let's dig into that. When you, the viewer, are watching any of that footage, whatever it is, it could be from David Icke, from Joe Rogan, or from Mr. Davidson, this material triggers a certain emotional state. You are watching them and you certain shift. You are either angry, you are happy, you are not satisfied, you are sad, and what's not. Those emotions, they produce a lot of frequencies. Those frequencies that are combined from, let's say, 100,000 people, they resonate with each other. They shift to and look to, they harmonize with frequencies, similar frequencies, and they are very easily can manifest themselves in events. So for us, for people which are public speakers and or video creators, it's really important to be aware of that. When we say something and present something, we need to be aware what the emotional side, what the triggers are for the viewer and what the outcome might be. If we want, advertisers know that very well. That's why they are playing with your emotions left and right, because they are exploiting them. And for us, which have brains, It is important to know that, because I'm not here to make you uncomfortable. I am not here to make you angry. I am not here to make you feel sad, upset. I rather want you to be curious. In case of the suspicious observers and Ben, because he is the founder of that. It is right now that he is building that observers ranch important that this whole thing goes smoothly, that there are no hiccups, there are no obstacles, because those interactions that he's presenting here, this is only a short segment where he is kind of confrontational with others, may generate enough frequencies, enough energy that may manifest something in his path sometimes later. This is not to say that what he said about YouTube is going to go and do something stupid, or the people from NASA will interfere with the progress of the construction or whatever. Most likely that won't happen. They are too smart to do that. But those frequencies that he already is generating from those videos are gathering. They are getting together because all those frequencies, they resonate with each other. They always look to be in harmony with other frequencies which are already there. And if there is enough of them, they will produce some sort of manifestation. So this is one of the reasons why I made this video, because I know that this is going to develop into something else. It's going to evolve into something else. And you, as a viewer, you have the chance right now to be the observer, the first one to see how this is evolving. Because now you are aware, I made you aware of that this situation is going to lead to something else. I don't want any negative stuff coming from this, because all the negative forces, the negative frequencies, we can counter them, we can nullify them. I think that Mr. Davidson to some degree knows that this can be done, and I believe he is surrounded with people that understand the metaphysics, the esoteric principles or esoteric science, and at some point they might give him heads up explaining what I am saying to you right now. If you like this kind of material, please do subscribe. And also check the notification bell so you will be aware of new videos coming up. And of course, please give me some sugar. I want you to also know that there are some changes coming. I will announce them sometimes on the beginning of 2023. Right now, this is the busiest month, December, where I don't really have much time to do anything, so therefore I am in a hurry to finish this video, and then I might upload one more. Okay, so for now, thank you for being with me here today, and see you next time.